We're here to talk about hands and nails and all those important things that I love talking about. I spent most of my life talking about hands that play guitars. You have to look after your hands, and you have to learn things about your hands and develop a very different relationship with your hands. It's amazing what they can do. They can, you can do boxing, you can do needlepoint, you can do bastard trenching or play cricket or play the concert violin. It's amazing the different relationships that we all have with our hands. With the guitar and the ukulele, they're doing very precise things with the fretting hand and completely different things with the articulating hand that produces the note. And because I play a lot of nylon strung guitar, concert guitar, my nails are very, very carefully manicured. In fact, I've got a coating on my nails as well. They're my own nails, but I've just got very thick specialist nail varnish over them that I have done it in a beauty salon. So there you go. The shape of the nail is important as well. But let's just think about general hand care. If you're working a lot on an instrument, you really do have to look after your hands. So it's worth taking care of the cuticles and the nails, whether you're a piano player or a guitarist. Your hands have to be in good nick. So one thing that keeps the ends of your fingers in good nick is that if you're in the bath or the shower, you have a soft nail brush, try and keep the cuticles from getting dragged up the nail as your nail grows. So you keep a healthy nail bed. And if you're going to moisturise your nails, then you're paying attention. Then you moisturise the nail bed as well, which is that slightly more delicate piece of skin underneath the nail, and then up onto the nail as well. You can overdo it and it'll go all soft, but condition the nail bed. Now the right hand, let's talk about nail shape, because a lot of guitarists are interested in this, and I'm always getting asked questions. What makes contact with the string and what actually produces the note is mostly the nail. And the shape, I'll show you, I've got a bit of paper here. I'll draw this is that's a finger, okay? Now, the nail shape that most guitarists prefer, I've exaggerated it here, is like a little ramp growing up. So you shape the nail that way. And in fact, the string also shapes the nail as it wears away. If you do hours of practice, it impacts on your nails. So let's think about the reason for that shape first. If you imagine that my arm is the string, that's the string of the guitar, and here comes my finger, and on the end of my finger is the nail, that's my nail. Now if you hit the string flat on with your nail, it's going to make quite a clanky sound. And what most guitarists do is they turn the nail slightly so as it crosses the string, it pushes the string down. That makes a really nice sound. So the nail doesn't go smash straight into the string, it goes slightly at an angle. And that's where you want that slight ramp shape. You see, that's where the string actually crosses. I'll show you that on my guitar. You see I'm going at a bit of an angle. I'm going to change the angle. You listen to the sound. That's just by changing the angle of the nail. You've got all those colours that you can produce. All those different, it's a little bit like pulling focus on a camera. A whole range of sounds. But to produce that range of sounds, you've got to be able to rely on the surface of the nail, because if it changes slightly or catches, then you're on a hiding for nothing. So, to begin with, I shape my nails with a fairly sharp but fairly good quality emery board. I get these from Boots, and they're not the cheapest. They're not like the pink ones that my mum used to have. They were awful. They had like sand glued to them. These are much nicer. So the little shaping of the nail, make sure that you've got no catches, because sometimes a nail will grow with a catch down the side. So go down the side as well and shape the nail. Take care of it. And then you go on to the next level. This is my little nail pouch. All sorts of things in here. Wet and dry sandpaper. I get this from all over the place. Halfords, I got this latest batch. Anything between 1200 and 2000 grit, depending on how strong your nails are. Mine are fairly tough, and at the moment I'm using 1200 grit, but I wouldn't go any more coarse than that. I feel like Jack Hargreaves now, out of town. Now what you do with this sandpaper is you make sure, not sandpaper, wet and dry, what you do is you make sure that the surface of the nail, once again, if this is your nail, you're not filing the shape here, you're polishing the surface here. So that surface, and you must not go across the nail like that, you'll split it. You go side to side that way, behind the nail, on top of the nail, and a little bit on the front of the nail. Just a little bit. Don't overdo it because you'll end up with nothing. But you should have a very, very smooth surface there. And if that's smooth, then my goodness, you can really hear it. So if you're playing with that kind of technique, it's absolutely essential that you can rely on your nails. You can see that I've got this shiny coating on my nails. It's actually stuff called, I think it's called biogel. It's meant to be beneficial to the nail underneath. Please don't ever use acrylic or super glue, anything like that. It's very, very bad for your nails. Acrylic is also bad for the people that stick the nail on. It's horrible, poisonous stuff. If you feel that you want to do some serious practice, loads of gigs and some fairly heavy duty playing, then that's why I've got them on. I can polish my nails at the start of a week and not worry about them for several days, which is, I've never had that in my whole playing life before. This is good stuff. But you'll never get quite as good a sound as when you have your own natural nails. It's just that you have to be a lot more careful when they've got nothing on them. The other hand, let's not forget the other hand. When you're fretting on a ukulele or a guitar, any style of guitar, a lot of the time you're right on the tips of your fingers. You need those tips to be in really good condition, and you need nice short nails. So keep the nails short, still keep the nail in good condition, and make sure that you look after the cuticles, because you can get hangnails and all sorts of annoyances that mean that you're not in peak condition. Look after your hands, think about your nails. You can always change the shape of your nail as well. Don't feel that if you've been playing for a long time, you find that your thumb is catching on the string, or you're not happy with a certain aspect of the sound that you're making. You can always experiment and slightly change the shape of your nail. That can make a profound difference to the way your hand behaves on the string. You can even get stuck on the string if you've got the wrong nail shape. So it is tremendously important. Have fun with your nails, get your own little pouch, and look after your hands.